Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So for my birthday a couple of days ago I received this beautiful terrarium. It's an open one and it's sitting on a piece of driftwood. And to my surprise the terrarium is detachable from the driftwood, but the driftwood is not detachable from the golden plate that it's sitting on. Now, in my experience, open terrariums do well with just pon as a substrate. The one on the left is a terrarium that I created a couple of years ago with only pon, and it's doing fine. As you can see, it's also an open terrarium, and the plants in there is just a clusia and some giant baby tears. So first of all I rinsed the pond with water to get rid of all the dirt, and then I put a couple of centimeters in the open terrarium. And the second thing I want to use for this terrarium is this beautiful owl. And luckily this owl has a drainage hole that I'm going to cover up because I'm going to fill the owl also with pon. And next, before putting any plants in the terrarium, I place the owl in the middle of the terrarium. Okay, now let's move on to the plants. This is a Tradescantia cutting that's been rooting in sphagnum moss, and it already has a couple of roots. And since I have little space to work with, I will use these terrarium tweezers. So that's the first plant to keep the owl company. Next up is yet another Tradescantia cutting that has turned very red because of the direct sunlight. And I also decided to add this giant baby tears cutting to the terrarium. So now we got 3 plants in total in the terrarium. Next I added some real seashells that I collected at the beach last summer. And finally, of course, I need a cutting that I want to put in the owl. And yes, it's yet another but a different Tradescantia cutting. And so here we have the final result, and you may have noticed that I didn't put too many plants in the terrarium because it's quite small. Personally, I think creating terrariums is really a fun thing to do, especially if you have a lot of cuttings. And if ever some of these cuttings don't make it, that's not really a problem, you can just replace them with cuttings from different plants. Okay, that's all for today's video, which was, by the way, part 9 in my ongoing series about terrariums. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider liking it and or subscribing to my channel. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope to see you again real soon on my channel. Bye bye.